Previously on Inside Scoop.
I was cutting Holden's hair when this started. It was Sunday, right? And so this was on. I said maybe I ought to start at least watching it. And he came in and went, "What's she?" I wasn't even looking. What is she? How is she eating those? And
I heard Holden exclaiming about getting sauce on her nose.
Yeah, this was everywhere. And there is no way that I would be eating, I don't know, cold beach ribs.
Yeah, in the sunshine, like not refrigerated. Is this pork?
Yeah, we're going to...
Goodness, please forbid that there's all this bacteria.
Something here that may make people uncomfortable. But if you haven't eaten something like this in, I forget how many years. I think she said she hadn't eaten meat in...
7 years,
No, I thought it was like 12, a decade. Let's just call it 7, all right? Let's just call it 7.
Yeah.
If you haven't had meat in 7 years...
She's going to be
And you put this in your stomach...
Yeah, bad things are going to happen.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Steve.
And this is Coupled with Chaos.
Inside Scoop 267. Lots of shows. What have we watched this week that we haven't covered? Premiere of Sister Wives. Welcome to Plathville. Season 7, episode 11. HEA, season 9, episode 13. The Other Way, season 7, episode 4. I think we've been doing Plathville first, or at least we did before. So how about Plathville?
Wow.
It came out after the show, that this is Olivia's last appearance on the show. Mm-hmm. She will not be on the show anymore. She will, though, surely talk about it.
I'm sure she will.
All the time.
Because he asked her not to, and she said, "No way, Jose." You would think if you were really loathing this family that much and begging for a divorce for however long, that you would actually be done with them and never utter their name again and actually move on with your life.
Well,
because if you were living with somebody else and in another relationship and you were that other person, would you want to be hearing about it all the time?
No.
You would not. That would not be
I think if you
okay.
were a family member, at some point you'd have to go, this is something we have to put behind us.
Right.
Almost like a Christine and Cody.
Right.
Like, I just don't want to talk
also can't do
to him or about him anymore.
Right.
As I talk about him and I'm
as she writes her book and
I'm on
whatever.
that show with him.
Right.
There's that. And I think that's a little bit the same with Livia. I think maybe her only way to get the spotlight is to talk about the Plaths.
Right.
And they're easily talk about a bull. Mm-hmm. Because they got some crap going on with them.
Wow.
I mean, they do.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. What we'd heard last about Ethan and Olivia and their divorce, I think part of it came out here, was that paperwork was filled out, but the financial stuff was not filled out. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of a part of this. A little bit of that came out, but each of them were kind of pointing the finger at the other.
Yeah, she just said in general terms that he didn't complete the forms correctly. But he said they were together and she was doing it online. And when it came to her financial stuff, that she skipped it with the intention of coming back to it and never did. And that makes more sense to me.
And it is what we heard was missing.
Because she's the one with the, job here, job there, photography work. I'm doing this wedding in this country and whatever. That's a lot of expenses to keep
she
track
might be dancing
of
around some taxes.
Yes. And so that would be challenging. You'd have to keep really good records for that. And so I can imagine that version of events is the correct one.
Possible. So Ethan's in a hurry now, though. Mm-hmm. So they go back and forth about slandering and what's slander and what isn't. To be honest, what Olivia's saying probably is 100% true. These things that Olivia talks about in social media, probably right. Olivia's probably not wrong when she talks about them.
I don't know.
At
this point, I think she probably embellishes as much as anybody else.
So you're saying 75-80% true.
Yeah, it maybe started out true and then
has
grew.
grown. Stories get bigger over time. Kim and Barry, looks like they have come to an agreement.
What did you think about her wanting him to buy her a bottle of wine?
Yeah.
Didn't she have a DUI?
Yeah, I think this
Prior
is
to
probably
this,
not a good idea.
That didn't seem like a good idea, and it sounds like he didn't buy her a bottle.
Yeah, probably a box would do her fine. I would assume that might be better.
With a spigot.
Yeah.
No glass required.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
That seemed
It seemed odd.
weird to me.
Well, they have changed, haven't they?
Yeah.
But they're
if you were going to get a bottle, it would be for the table, right? I mean, in a restaurant, you generally
would think
like you're not buying a bottle because you want to take it.
Put it in
home.
my purse. I'm gonna put it in my.
Right. I'm going to drink this on the way home in case I
Well,
get thirsty. I mean, that's a little weird. An open bottle.
choked me. Right. This is what she wants. Well, yeah, that's not the first time.
Apparently, this is what I'm saying.
This would be bad. So they're going to sell the house.
And then she's smoking cigars.
Yeah, it's all different.
Yeah.
They have. Do you think it was a show before, and this is who they really are?
I think it's who she really is.
Yeah.
Maybe this was part of the problem.
Who knows? No, this is all
Buttoned up a little too tight.
This is all just like an episode of bad relationships. Micah and Veronica.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
Yeah, I
mess.
thought that to myself. Like, this was almost like simultaneously imploding relationships. Like, there were 3 coming to an end all at the same
3 funerals
time.
and a wedding.
Oh
is
my
what
gosh,
this is.
right.
3 divorces and a wedding is what we get.
Crazy.
Yeah, this Mike and Veronica thing. This whole thing was uncomfortable.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, and I think they should have gotten Micah out of there without Veronica around. Because I think Veronica is just, she is just
Dramatic.
toxic poison.
Yes. Yeah.
And they were talking about abandoning her on the side of the road. I think Veronica's probably, my theory would be, led by you, is that Olivia's stories are 80% true, 20% embellished. My thought, it's the opposite
2080.
for Veronica.
Right.
It would seem to be 2080.
Yes, I would agree.
The Micah's.
Yeah, I mean, the show said what happened because production was involved.
Mm-hmm.
So they put it up on the screen what actually happened and then went to what she said happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not even
they're trolling
their
her.
story versus her story.
It tells you how bad she is.
Exactly.
But I would not imagine that the Plath production team, I'm thinking they're still probably pro Plath.
Yeah, but they're not going to allow a situation to develop in the middle of filming the show.
Yeah, probably.
You know?
I
And so
agree.
that's why they intervened. And they were like, oh, you know what? We'll take her home. It's probably not a good idea for y'all to ride together for 7 hours.
It would be better.
Right.
Exactly. So that is, and the whole thing's uncomfortable. And her going, think about if she doesn't go to the wedding, right?
Yeah, how different things would have gone.
Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, really, everything would have gone.
Because it did contribute to the mood even that the boys were in. Whether it should have or not, that's a different story. Because obviously they're adults and they should have better control of their emotions. But clearly it did continuously add fuel to fire that was happening in all of them.
And Micah may have been more free to take Isaac and Ethan and really
settle them down.
smooth this thing over.
Yes, I agree.
It's all possible. And so
Because
Veronica...
he's so calm, almost eerily calm and reasonable.
Well, I think he's not a guy who likes conflict.
Right. I think you're right.
And this probably what makes him perfect for Veronica because
she could blaze right over him.
Yeah.
Steamroll.
Yep.
Yeah. And she did. You could tell. Like, he sat there and took it.
Yeah.
No man would sit there and
No person should do that. Man, woman, it doesn't matter.
But they're not going to sit there and take that from a girlfriend. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should have to take that from anyone.
No, they shouldn't.
And to be honest, the Plaths do this to others. Mm-hmm. And so that it's done to one of them. you kind of say, I think that the
it makes you think that he probably grew up that way, taking it.
I think Kim.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure Kim was pretty dominating.
I'm sure
that
she
way.
was.
And you kind of see how she is still with the boys.
Right, and that's what I mean, is he's used to just sitting there and listening.
Being railroaded by Kim.
Right, exactly.
And it makes Veronica the perfect choice for him.
Well, it makes him the perfect choice for her.
Yeah, both. I mean, both of them work well together other than...
Because she's dominating and
Yep.
controlling. And he sits and takes it.
Mm-hmm. It's just too toxic.
Yes.
Because everything is amped up twice as high as it should be.
And there's no control set in place for her.
No, and she goes off.
Yeah, she's
calling people names.
crazy.
It's tough. I wonder, I don't think she'll get the traction that Olivia had because Veronica is only a 2-season.
Mm-hmm.
Olivia says she's done filming. She got out of her contract. I'm not sure that was as hard maybe as she wanted to get out. I don't think that's the same issue with Veronica. I think Veronica will be fine. We did have a positive check-in from Zach and Lydia.
Yeah.
And I hated this call with Ethan.
Yeah, why did they tell her all the bad stuff that happened? They're on their honeymoon.
Well, I could see that there was an incident, but I didn't like all the sex talk and all of that. I felt uncomfortable.
Weird.
Like I felt dirty watching it in the same room with you.
Yes.
I actually got up and left. I'm like, yeah, this is uncomfortable.
Put the cream in the croissants.
Yeah, whatever.
Ugh,
this is horrible.
gross.
I mean, Ethan's nasty and disgusting. You know what? That's what he
Why
is.
would you say that to your sister?
You should never.
Gross.
Yeah, and Mom's laughing about it.
Yes.
These two, they're killing me. But I like that Zach and Lydia
And she
are
says
away.
you had to go there, huh? Ha ha ha.
What are you supposed to say? Like, oh, I'm breaking up.
No, I mean, Mom said that.
Yeah. It's just bad. They're in Paris for 3 days, Germany for 2.5 weeks.
And don't have return tickets booked.
That is nice.
How free.
I would stay away. I would stay away from Florida. But don't go to Colorado, because that's where he's from, because there you're going to get a polygamy family.
Oh,
You can go move in with the Davises.
yeah.
We're going to talk Sister Wives in the other 90-day shows when we come back. We don't normally talk about Sister Wives.
Thank you for listening.
You can listen to the rest of this episode
By subscribing to our Coupled with Chaos channel on Apple,
by subscribing to our Patreon
or by subscribing to our Supercast,
for $3.99 a month.
where you can hear us talk about reality shows,
Real life and more on our podcasts.
covering shows airing on TLC, A&E, Bravo, and the WE Network.
Just follow the instructions in the show notes
Tell your friends about this podcast.
and rate and review us on your favorite podcast player.
Follow us at Coupled with Chaos on all the socials.
Or contact us directly by email at coupledwithchaos@gmail.com.